Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing this look with the new Colourpop Cosmetics Aurora Struck palette and some Terra Moon's Cosmetics Winter Collection singles. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I am going to do a look with the Colourpop Cosmetics Aurora Struck palette and a few singles from the new Terra Moon's Cosmetics Winter Collection. So my lid is primed with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white, and I'm going to be showing you a quick, easy hack to getting gleams. These are the Definition Beauty stencils. They have a wide variety of stencils that you could use. I picked up quite a few of the stars, the little gleams. I love them so much. When days that I've had too much caffeine and I'm shaky, just either pop them out, use them as cutouts, or you can take them and cut these and use the size that you'd like. They have the little cutout so you can just fill them in. And I found them back in like mid-September and had to give them a try. So my first pack was these right here. I picked up some of their Halloween collection and also some of the butterfly wings. So if you'd like to see some videos or anything like that with those, let me know. Without talking too much, I just wanted to tell y'all about these because I am planning on doing a video on how I do them with just freehand. So I wanted to start out with these because I feel like they can be a lot less time consuming. So, this is the beautiful Aurora Struck palette from Colourpop Cosmetics, and when I first started to notice this go across the timeline, I was like, that packaging alone, I need it. I will say, I've used it twice. It blends amazing. It's really pretty. But with these colors, I really wish that there was like more mattes. I feel like sometimes that's what I desire from Colourpop. But one of the things that I really wish that was in here, aside from like more mattes, but more in the department of mattes, is a purple matte. Because I feel like with these, yeah, that's a gorgeous color combination. But then you have this pink in here and it's like, well, a purple to blend out this dark blue would just be the dreamiest. So that's my, so far, just an observation that I made. I wish there was a purple matte in there. Anyway. I'm going to take this Makeup Shack T61 brush and go into Orca, which is the darkest blue. I'm going to take this and I'm going to start to just pat it on the outer corner of my eye and kind of up over the little gleam stencil. With these, I like to just really focus on patting my eyeshadow down. Now, I did reuse these off of my other eye because they are reusable, but they are losing a little bit of stick. But some of these I'd already used before. They've been like used twice. So they are reusable. And I'm just gonna pat this and build up my shape. So I'm just taking this and I'm going to start to take it a little bit lower and not as far up. And I'm going to extend it down towards the bridge of my nose into my crease. And I'm still just patting. And I wanted to use this brush because it's a bit stiffer. So it helps to really pack that shade down. But when you do little pats, so like right here, you just pat, it kind of helps to blend it. I've cleaned that brush off and I'm going to go into Phenomenon, which is the beautiful green. So with this green, I'm really just patting it, and I'm only taking it halfway. Just halfway. I'm gonna kind of stamp it a little bit on this outer bit to diffuse it ever so slightly, because I don't want to lift my stars. I've cleaned that brush off, and I'm going to go into Stormy Much, which is like a grayish icy blue. It's a very interesting, it's kind of giving me blue, like grunge blue from the Surge palette vibes. What is the name of that one? See, I should know this. It kind of reminds me of Chills, but a little bit darker from the Surge palette. So I'm just going to take that on that same brush, and I'm going to start to just pat it to blend with Orca, yeah. Sorry, I kind of had to speed run through the green bit. My mom was calling me. We were talking for a minute, and I unfortunately took years to do this eye and got really behind on my stuff. So I was like, I can voice over that bit if I need to, and when I go through the editing process to make up for it. So you see how that just blended it? I'm gonna kind of drag it downwards a little bit and towards the inner corner of my eye. I'm really just trying to focus on patting it over these gleams so we will have nice little cutouts. One thing about these Definition Beauty stencils is that they're like pretty affordable, I feel like, and you get 2 sheets, and then you have different versions of gleams and stars and stuff, so I thought that was really cool. So now I have to clean off my brush because I have a mess and I was just jumbled. My day has been, oh, I have time to do this. Oh, what was I doing? Oh my gosh, I gotta do this. So, you know, just kind of behind. I'm going to take this Doe Color number 10 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade No Sleep, which is the gorgeous, like, lilac-y shade. And that's how I'm going to blend out Stormy Much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to just pat it, but kind of gently drag it down. And just pat it. Little pataroos. Little baby blends. And I'm going to take that over and just give it a nice blend. I will go in and touch up these shades in a minute. I just wanted to go ahead and start to get the shape built up and to get the colors down so that I can focus on touching it up before removing the stars. I just want to make sure that the gleams are all like covered with eyeshadow so that when I take them off, they'll be good to go. So I'm going to take this Sigma E25 brush. I'm going to go into spiraling, which I feel like I have just been nothing but spiraling lately. And I'm just going to start to pat it to blend out the green. This is like it has reflex in it, and I wouldn't really know what to call it because it doesn't give me like the most pastel green vibes, but it's got like a hint of green to it. It's really interesting. So with this shade, I'm kind of really focusing on patting it, but I'm also doing little tiny back and forth motions just to get in between the stars blended really nicely. Almost took that one off. So I am going to lose a lot of phenomena with this, but I am going to go in and touch it up. I really just want to go ahead and use this partly as a transition shade, but also as just a diffusing shade, just to get, like I said, just to make sure that the gleams are nice and there, so when I remove them, it'll look like they were just there the whole time. And now we're getting somewhere. Got it nice and diffused. I didn't mean to sound so catty with that one. I sounded so sarcastic. I'm just getting it nice and diffused, doing pats, baby blends. Now, there were 2 of these gleams that I did free-handed because I felt like I needed a little extra and I didn't feel like cutting up one of the cutout stencils. But I did this one and this one. I'm really excited that I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of doing these free-handed because I am a terrible artist. I can barely draw a stick person. So one of my biggest goals this year is to be able to learn how to freehand things on my eye. I want to be able to do planets. I want to be able to do hearts. I want to be able to do like animals and Pokemon and just cool stuff so I can like do some more creative looks because I love doing creative looks. So I felt like that was a step in the yay direction, like, yeah, you did it. And I was so happy that I started to kind of think that I've started to get the hang of them. And as much as I love to do looks that are like based on space and stuff like that, I would love to be able to draw planets and do like a whole galaxy on my eye. I think that would be a lot of fun. So now I'm going to go ahead and start to touch these shades up. I'm going to take that dough color number 10 brush and I'm going to go into Phenomena and start to bring it back. I'm really just patting this down. And I'm not using a lot. My phone is trying to charge and the charger is messed up, so it keeps going burp, burp, burp. So if you hear that, I'm so sorry. I'm really just focusing on patting this lightly, not super heavy-handed at all. And look how gorgeously this blends with that spiraling shade. I can't believe I didn't remember that one right off the bat. Then I'm going to gently diffuse that with spiraling again. I'm going to take this dough color number 11 brush and go back into Stormy Much and gently just pat it into the crease. Kind of on Orca, but I'm going to go in and touch Orca up. I just want this to be blended nicely with the No Sleep shade, which so can relate. I could so relate to No Sleep. These last several days I have been having the worst time sleeping. I don't know how comfortable I am in bringing it up just yet, but I will. Okay, I'll tell you. So since I've lost my kitty, he was my best boy, I planned on later on, maybe in a couple years, rescuing a cat. I just wanted to give myself time to feel better and to process go through the grieving process. But it didn't quite work out that way. So a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, was right before Christmas, my sister-in-law called me and there was a stray that just kind of showed up and it was really cold and was asking about an animal shelter. And I was like, why? And she's like, well, I have this black cat that showed up. And I was like, please bring me the baby. So I didn't want to say much. I wanted to take her to the vet, get tests ran, everything like that. And the test all came back good. I just made her appointment today to go get her spayed, but that'll be in a month. And I will introduce her, maybe not today because after her vaccinations yesterday, she wasn't feeling the greatest. But I've been calling her Marcy Baby, and she can't really hear, but She has just been I don't know what word I'm looking for here. It's kind of bittersweet because I feel like her and Shimwork would have been the best of friends. When I feel comfortable bringing her into the lights and everything, because I don't think that she's ever been an inside cat, I will introduce her. And so far I just love her so much, and I haven't even had her very long. I just love her. Okay, I'm sorry for just rambling, but that I feel like is why I've been having a hard time sleeping, because I'm still processing. Like, I wasn't ready for a new cat, but she came into my life and I just love her so much already. With this doe color number 10 brush, I'm going to go back into Orca and bring it back. One thing that I wish more than anything is to be able to start, like, I love all animals so much, but I'm very much a cat person, and I would like to start like a cat haven, like cat rescue, and have a place where I could adopt out cats but never put them to sleep. Like, if they didn't find a home, I want them to have a home with me on just like a big chunk of land and have their own setup. I'm gonna go back into Stormy Much, but I want to save as many cats as I can, and I would like to be able to start that and then hopefully branch off into taking in dogs and rescuing them as well, like finding them good homes, all that good stuff. Like, that's one of the biggest goals I have in life, because I just love animals so much. I feel like animals give us companionship and happiness and love, and I just want to give that back to animals, because my cats have always given me so much joy, and I want to be able to take in any cat. Like, we went to Florida one year and there was a cat, and it was just a kitten that was in this Walgreens parking lot, and I was like, oh baby, I wish I could take you with me. And I just wish that I could save all of the animals, because animals just make life so much better. I'm going to take No Sleep with that Sigma E25 brush and start to bring it back. As much as I could sit and talk about eyeshadow and makeup all day, I could talk about some cats. I had several dogs growing up, though, that I loved so much, and it hurt so bad when I lost them. I feel like that's why I'm such a cat person, but let me tell you, like, it's not any easier losing a cat either, from my experience. I think it's just gotten harder as I've gotten older, but I love animals so much. They make my world go round. I'm going to take a little bit more of spiraling, because now I am spiraling. I'm spiraling off track. Just going to pat it. And it's kind of a hot mess, but I feel like it's just going to be like that. Because this eye right here, my right eye, seems to kind of droop a little bit more. So it's hard to get placement on my gleams and liner details and stuff like that sometimes. So it's not going to be the most even, but I'm still going to wear it out. I'm going to take a little bit more of No Sleep real quick and just start to pat it. And then I'm going to start to take off the gleams. I'm going to clean off my lid with micellar water on a Q-tip, and then carve out my crease with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of, I'm sorry I'm not looking at you right now. I have a mess. My whole desk is just like scattered. I'm going to take the Doe Color number 11 brush and the shade Phenomenon. I'm going to take a little bit of Phenomenon. My camera batteries went out on me. But I'm going to just start to pat it along the edge of this base and kind of start to blend it with Orca. But I am going to take a little more Orca to blend them together. And then we're going to add some sparkles. And then I'm going to fill in the gleams with some liner. I have a liner that I love so much. There's a few of them. I need to check and see if the whole collection came back in stock, because if so, I'm gonna need to add those to my list of needs to order. It's not really need, I really want. I've been waiting for them to come back in for like a year, but I kind of forgot in that time to check back, so that's my fault. So I'm just gonna get this nice and down, pat it on, kind of drag it to diffuse it so slightly. And then I'm going to take more Orca and start to pat it to get it nice and blended. Alright, so I'm going to take some of the new Terra Moons Cosmetics winter collection. These beautiful, gorgeous, giving me all the happy feel sparkly goodnesses right here. That was a lot. I'm gonna start with Ophiuchus. It's a beautiful green. Oh, so I'm gonna start out with my finger, and then I'm gonna take my Clionadh DF04 brush. So I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna pop that on. Look at that, and it's like butter. I cannot even. Like, it's so beautiful. And one swipe is just, oh, so good. But I am going to take, I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, and look at how pretty. So I'm going to take that DF04 brush, this little tiny one. Now I'm going to start to hug it up into the crease. And I'm kind of blending it with the mattes that are on the edge of the base as well. Like that. Now I'm gonna go into the most beautiful, they're all so beautiful, but Prism Skies. Oh, it's so dreamy. I'm gonna take my finger to start out with, and then I'm gonna use that same brush to get up in the crease with it. So I'm gonna get this and swipe it on. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh, almost did the wrong shade. Now I'm going to switch over to that brush. I'm going to get right up in that crease and blend this with that first beautiful shade we used. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Lashing Out Glam Dimensions Graffiti Liner, and it is the shade Pot of Gold. It is a duochrome eyeliner. It's water activated, and I really enjoy these water activated liners that I have from them. I have right in front of me Fantasy, and then I think Cotton Candy is the other one, but it's on the other side of the room. So how I like to do this is I have these brushes. They're little nail decorative brushes, like nail detail brushes. Found them on Amazon. They work well, so I really like them. If I can think about it, I'll link them down below. It's not an affiliate link or anything. It's just that I really like these. So if you want to check them out, I think it's a pack of either 3 or 4. And they're different lengths. And they're very wonderful. Oh, I don't know if you could see my hand, but I had a scooter accident last week. And I messed my hand up. So if you see that, that's what happened. So I like to get a little tiny bowl, and I will pour some water in it, and then I will dip the brush in and just start to put the water droplets off of the brush into the liner, swirl it around to get it activated. You want it to be a nice, almost like a melted ice cream consistency, and I just like to twirl my brush around. So let me see if I can get it. And these ones are really good. And one of my other favorite companies is DeVault Beauty Lounge. I use their mantra liners a lot, and they have the pastel ones are my absolute favorite. They also have neons. I do believe I've used the neon ones before, but sometimes I just like the contrast of, if I do a dark, heavier glam, I like the contrast of the pastel shades. So I'm just gonna start to fill these gleams in. I'm gonna just start by doing like the little lowercase t or like cross shape, and then easily gently fill them in, because if you use a lot of pressure, you're gonna have a mess with it. So I like to just do it like this. This is gonna be really hard to talk and do this, but I'll do this one right here as best as I can. So I'm gonna start like this, draw the horizontal one, and then draw the vertical one. And then I'm going to fill it in. But I will extend the points just a little bit, but very light pressure. Like just barely touch the brush to that. Otherwise it will be a mess. And I want to say, like, you don't want to have too much product on the brush. So I'll usually dip the brush in, and then I'm like, oh, that's too much. So I'll just kind of like do like this in the lid to get off the excess. And that helps a lot. Alright, I'm gonna go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I used the same shades for the lower lash line as I did up top, and for my inner corner highlight I used Europa from Terra Moon's Cosmetics. For my brow bone highlight, I used Space Baby from Terra Moon's Cosmetics, one of my favorites. It's so pretty. I feel like it could go with anything and everything. And, oh, real quick, I know I'm just rambling, but this Kaleidos lipstick, or lip cloud lab lip, I don't know, but I know that it feels like a cloud on my lip. It is so comfortable. This is Adobe that is paired with the Gerard Cosmetics Mudslide lip liner, one of my absolute favorites. I like Gerard Cosmetics lip liners. Gotta give it to them. I love them. yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next down below. Are you interested in a full-on gleam tutorial where I kind of freehand them? I had a request on one and I'm really excited to do it, so if that's something that you're interested in seeing, let me know. And would you like more appearances from Definition Beauty stencils, because they're pretty helpful in the saving time department. So if you'd like to see more with those, let me know. And I can't really think of anything right now that I want to say. I'll probably remember it when I go to sleep in a little while. So, you know, that's sometimes just how it goes. And if I think of it later, I'll put it in the description box. So if you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I'll have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. If you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank you so much for watching and just taking the time out of your day to watch me. That means so much to me. So thank you for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!